Welcome, everyone. My name is Nancy Basile, and this is my Human Resources Management Capstone Project under Dr. Dianne Sanchez for the summer of 2023, entitled The S.C. Johnson Company, the HR Strategy in the Global Arena. My graduate research project will answer the hypothesis: how can companies like SC Johnson succeed using an HR strategy when expanding globally? There will be an introduction, the SC Johnson Company history and statistics, the SC Johnson mission statement, the Drackett Company history and statistics, the Dow Brand Chemical history and statistics, reasons why organizations merge or acquire other companies, SC Johnson, Drackett, and Dow aligned for acquisition, Chilean business status and corporate culture sample, factors that can result in HR strategy successes and failures in global mergers, HR strategy challenges when involved in global mergers, HR strategy solutions when involved in global mergers, future HR global strategy for the 21st century, so what? Methodology, limitation of studies, and finally, references. We are going to look at the SC Johnson Company, maker and distributor of cleaning products for more than a century. SC Johnson has global satellites to promote goods worldwide. The SC Johnson Company and the acquisition of Drackett and Dow brands. Maker and distributor of cleaning products for more than a century, SC Johnson has foreign locations to promote goods worldwide. I am using Chile as an example of how companies may build an HR strategy when considering global expansions. Now let us look at SC Johnson, history and statistics. 1886. Initially founded as a parquet flooring company, it developed a safe cleaner to use on those floors without any significant damage. 1906. SC Johnson and Son introduced several employee benefits policies such as life insurance, paid vacation, and pre-tax profit sharing. In 1919, 200 employees were in the United States, and subsidiaries were already set up in the United Kingdom and Australia. In 1932, established as Johnson Wax Incorporated under the leadership of Samuel C. Johnson, founder and father of Herbert Johnson, who succeeded as president. Headquarters were established in Racine, Wisconsin. In 1961, they opened a new location in Santiago, Chile. This location remains in operation until today. In 1993, SC Johnson purchases the Drackett Company from Bristol Myers Squibb and acquired products such as Drano and Windex. In 1998, SC Johnson purchases Dow brands from Dow Chemical, which include household products such as Ziploc and Fantastic. In 1998, SC Johnson adopts a new slogan, SC Johnson, a family company. In 2004, there were 3,000 plus employees in 50 countries. In 2019, there were 13,000 plus employees in 70 countries. And as of 2020, the estimated net worth of the company is $37 billion. The SC Johnson Company mission statement reads, "We believe in our employees as our strength. We believe in earning the trust of consumers with our products. We believe in contributing to the well-being of countries where we conduct business. This statement supports a strong organizational and HR strategy in that it embodies consideration for human capital, global mobility, and environmental care for every foreign location it occupies. Now let us look at the Dracket Company history and statistics. In 1910, it was established by P.W. Dracket and Sons as a main supplier and distributor of chemicals to industrial companies. In 1923, it develops Drano as its first major consumer product. From 1933 to 1934, Dracket begins production of Windex, which was marketed to clean windows without using water. From 1935 to 1936, Dracket begins laboratory research on the extraction of soy protein from defatted soybean flakes. In 1937, a solvent extraction plant begins operations and continues at the site of the headquarters in Ohio. In 1938, Dracket purchases acres of farmland to begin processing a solvent extraction plant. The first soybean textile fiber is introduced at a public display by Robert Boyer of the Ford Motor Company at a Farm Council conference in Nebraska. In 1940, Dracket collaborates with the Ford Motor Company to create a soybean protein to manufacture threads to make upholstery. In 1943, as a result of World War II, the Ford Motor Company is redirected to build war supplies. Dracket purchases Ford's soy protein and soybean fiber spinning operations. In 1945, Dracket is now the largest soybean processor in Ohio. In 1949, Dracket's soybeans plastics operations are discontinued. In 1965, Dracket is acquired by Bristol-Myers Squibb. In 1992, SC Johnson acquires Dracket from Bristol-Myers for $1.15 billion in cash. Now let us look at the Dow brand, history and statistics. In 1897, the Dow Chemical Company is founded by H. H. Dow. The company motto is, quote, "Do it better." In 1898, Dow's first commercial scale production of bleach begins. From 1906 to 1908, Dow produces its first agricultural product, and a chemical division is created for a spray for fruit trees. In 1913, the company departs from processing bleach and focuses on chlorine as a new solvent and raw material. In 1918, the company adopts its diamond trademark. In 1935, Dow enters the plastics business. In 1940, Dow purchases land in Freeport, Texas, to build a processing plant, which remains the largest complex to date. In 1942, Dow begins its company expansion with Canada as Dow Canada Limited. In 1943, Dow united with Dow Corning to begin creating silicone products. In 1952, Dow establishes Asahi Dow Limited, its first global location outside of North America. In 1953, Saran wrap is introduced. In 1964, Dow reorganizes and sets up three international headquarters outside of Midland, Texas: Dow Europe, Dow Latin America, and Dow Pacific. In 1986, Dow ranks as the world's largest producer of thermoplastics. In 1997, Dow agrees to sell its Dow brand unit to SC Johnson and Son for $1.125 billion. Now let's look at several reasons why organizations merge or acquire other companies. Global exposure, viewed as a worldwide promoter of honest and moral character. Financial gain, attaining additional assets for expansion, site building, and attracting top talent. Widening of the talent pool. Previously untapped groups of candidates now have exposure to careers via the internet. Deferred tax benefits for business. Updating latest technology to the organization's advantage. Innovation in expanding and developing ideas, products, and market base. Keeping the brand surviving as long as possible. Maintaining market dominance on a larger scale. The industry is experiencing significant change on a constant basis. The purchasing company may have stalled in new innovations and opportunities. And finally, failing companies are in financial ruins and may be nearing bankruptcy. And now let's take a look at how SC Johnson, Dracket, and Dow Brand are all aligned for acquisition. I found it interesting during my research that they had a lot of similarities, such as all were family owned. Family management shared the same vision and goals when the founding member died and sons inherited the family business. All were involved in the chemical business, either inventing or processing new products to be used commercially or domestically. All were formed between the end of the 19th and beginning of the 20th century. All took risks on their products despite the primitive technology and lack of scientific data. All developed long-standing products which are still familiar with consumers today. All worked with raw materials and continued to find new ways of making improvements. All were years ahead of HR policies and, quote, people factors. SC Johnson introduced several employee benefits policies such as life insurance, paid vacation, and a percentage of profit sharing. They also kept employees working during the Great Depression and offered an open office plan to encourage team collaboration. Dow hired a woman researcher in 1929, which was unheard of during that time. Dracket used soybean production to ensure that farmers and elevator men would be guaranteed unlimited work and wages for their assistants. All expanded their business borders with global satellites long before the advent of technology and HR standards as we know them today. And all continue to experience change in production, innovation, and culture after a century in business. Now, this is a Chilean business status and corporate culture sample. This is just one country. Depending on the situation, there may be different factors involved, but this is just an overall look at what may be involved when setting up a location in a foreign country. Chile has mandated various regulations citing environmental concerns by, quote, going green, such as production of electric buses for public transportation. Chile has welcomed international trade since 1974 and continues to welcome businesses of all sizes to grow and prosper. Its small population and distance from major centers of the world have helped build the attraction to the area. Chile has implemented technology to its advantage in helping predict natural disasters. It has earned the name Silicon Valley and continues to innovate technology to its economic, political, and national advantage. They use a collectivism approach. A patuto is known as reciprocity and friendship in exchange for favors. Qualified applicants may be declined for positions because favors are owed for friends and family. This may encourage biased attitudes and elitism. Discrimination. In addition to the pituto, an applicant may be denied due to their level of education, the schools they attended, the area where they reside, and any indigenous surname. This level of discrimination can be against men or women. There is a masculine feminine culture. Men are stronger, assertive, and rewarded for the success. Women are quiet, subservient, and caretakers. Women managers may be seen either as a threat or weak and may not be given the same level of respect as men. Training women for higher positions is considered wasteful as it is assumed they will marry, have children, and leave to take care of the home. Now, let us look at some factors that can result in HR strategy successes and failures in global mergers. Successes can be traced to leadership is strong and focused, HR processes due diligence on HR issues, retain top talent with compensation and benefits, gives clear and concise communication to all employees and stakeholders, provides more organizational support such as mentoring and coaching, promotes a positive corporate culture. SC Johnson matches corporate gift donations from employees. Respects and holds all employees accountable for organizational expectations, obtains the ability to access new markets once thought unreachable, uses previous merger and acquisition experience as a reference with future expansions. Failures can be attributed to not measuring a realistic timeline for change. Board members may be rigid in terms of transition and change. This may cause harm in unifying the companies. CEO may view the merger and acquisition for personal gain, financial gains, and media attention. New administration may have underestimated costs for labor, resources, and operating expenses, which affect profit margins. External and internal politics interfere with strategy and eventually harm strategic planning. Culture clashes between organizations that can't agree on or mesh beliefs. Failure to supervise transition of management. Doesn't value personnel as a main source of success for expansion. Here is a list of HR strategy challenges when involved in global mergers. There are assumptions, the belief that change will be swift, agreeable, and without controversy. Individualism, everyone looks after themselves. How can they collaborate as a team? Collectivism, everyone works as a group or family, which can ensure long term benefits. How will conflict or favoritism be handled? Geographical distance. Organization faces a lack of experience in cross border acquisitions or resettlements. Corporate culture. Clash in the post merger environment due to differences in traditions, policies, and office structure. Power distance. Extent to which less powerful members accept power as unequally distributed. There are more hierarchies and enforced rules in a company. Indulgence culture, the belief that people be allowed to gratify life's pleasures as often as possible. Restraint culture, the belief that life's pleasure be controlled based on acceptable social norms. Masculine culture, male gender role defined as strong, successful, and assertive. Feminine culture, female gender role defined as modest, quiet, and involved with quality of life issues. Uncertainty avoidance, feeling threatened by ambiguous or unknown situations. Long term orientation, belief that as a result of hard work and perseverance, the company will yield rewards in the future. Short term orientation, mindset that there should be immediate positive results, usually focused on financial success. Now let us look at HR strategy solutions when involved in global mergers. Conduct HR due diligence, ensure proper documents regarding employment, taxes, antitrust laws, compensation, and employee handbooks are revised and respectful of the foreign location. SC Johnson constructs career guides that describes competencies, training, and personal stories that help employees move to different levels in various departments. Coordinate management positions and departments for cross team strategies. Conduct pre planning for learning of new procedures and transfer of leadership. Act as advisor and advocate of staff at all levels and locations. Use emotional intelligence and business sensitivity when regarding beliefs, cultures, and traditions. Offer training in language and culture to reduce barrier gaps. In the event of unit loss, offer counseling, references, recommendations, and extended benefits if possible. Use integration when establishing new policies. Find viable solutions for bringing diverse groups under a like minded culture with the same vision for the future. If applicable, review mission statement and goals and a timeline to achieve the new vision. Does it align with beliefs, culture, traditions of new site? Decide on what business aspects to keep and what to dissolve. Determine key personnel essential to growth and productivity. Assist with resettling employees who are required to relocate for merger management purposes. Upon returning, establish status of position, salary, benefits, and any future global assignments. Finally, let's look at the future HR global strategy for the 21st century. So what? By using cultural intelligence and flexibility to promote creativity for future projects, HR will continue to assist with growth and innovation for the company. Use technology to expand into global markets as it finds its way to slowly developing countries. Encourage diversity and inclusion. Older workers, people with disabilities can be employed as people are living longer and exposed to normal living environments. Compensation may vary according to location. Instructional language programs on apps and the internet should be utilized in training programs to assist with foreign locations for communication. Translation apps for phones should be part of the global work details. Use pre travel due diligence as a potential for attracting new customers, skilled workers, and scouting out new regional locations. Develop an in house mentoring program highlighting employees and countries to show a positive and loyal relationship to the company. Highlight employees on website and in office areas to encourage staff and impress customers that they believe in their employer and enjoy their job. Use varying compensation packages to attract and retain key talent. Consider the locations such as a ski package in Switzerland, paid holidays in foreign countries, and pension service credit. Using technology to converse with foreign entities on an ongoing basis. This may save costs and allow employees to remain stable with home, family, and current position. The methodology used for my project include journal articles, websites, scholarly articles, and peer reviews. In addition to the limitations of the study, I was unable to access personnel global HR policy information from SC Johnson, Dracket, or the Dow brand website. In addition, I do not know any corporate employees involved in a global merger except military personnel who verified that they did have an HR due diligence preparation training package when heading to overseas bases. Here is my first page of references. Now, the second page of references. Here is the third page of references. And my final page of references. I would like to say gracias and thank you for listening to my presentation. Have a very nice day. I would like to thank you all for viewing my presentation and hope that you will be able to take something away from it. Good luck to all of you on completing your courses for your degrees. Thank you.